I'm Zoni Lengubeni and you're watching Joburg Today.
This is one place in Johannesburg, in the heart of Johannesburg, where you can learn about your South African history and also learn about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights themselves. UNESCO declared as a World Heritage Site, and they did so because of the statement of significance Constitution Hill holds, the outstanding universal value. It's a unique site in the world. The site that is both a former prison that held the icons and heroes and heroines of the liberation struggle. The site that's also a home of the Constitutional Court, a military fort, a former military fort. So there isn't one place in the world that you can find such a combination. But more to the story of Constitution Hill is what it stands for, a symbolic monument, a place of memory that says a place that used to oppress human rights today can protect human rights. I mean, we're standing in front of the Constitutional Court, and behind me is a staircase with a flame of democracy, which is one of the remnants of the awaiting trial block prisons. And people who were incarcerated in this prison used to be detained, to face detention without trial. And now this prison was demolished to make way for the Constitutional Court, and only the staircase remains. But those bricks that of the demolished building were repurposed to build a Constitutional Court. That is a huge symbolic moment to say the brick that used to oppress human rights today is a brick that protects human rights today. This is an authentic heritage site in Johannesburg. Unlike other museums, it's not. We didn't build it. We found it here. It's a building that was built by Paul Kruger in 1893, and he built the first prison here in Johannesburg to keep law and order, because around that time there was a discovery of gold. A lot of people were rushing into Johannesburg for gold mining, and Paul Kruger built the first prison here to keep law and order. And around the 1900s, and the threat of the Anglo-Boer War, he fortified that building to convert it into a military fort. So that story alone is very, very unique. At the end of the Anglo-Boer War, the British occupied the fort and built yet other prisons. The women's jail followed, and the number 4 prison, famously known by those who feared being arrested for dorm passes or working late at here, ended up here in the old fort. You can think of the names of Robert Sobukwe, who came and was arrested here in the old fort. Mahatma Gandhi was arrested and brought here in the old fort. Even the common law prisoners, indeed, those who started the prison gangs, the Nongoloza, Omnyama, were arrested here in the old fort. So there are a lot of stories that you can get from just visiting these 3 prisons, from political prisoner stories, from the journey of liberation of South Africa to democracy. You can just experience all of that history by just visiting Constitution Hill.
The Nelson Mandela cell at the Old Fort at Constitution Hill is an iconic, amazing space. It is where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned, and he spent 2 stays with us here at Constitution Hill. If we go through, we have an amazing collection of his diaries, and these diaries dated back from 1976 to 1989. Furthermore, as you walk through the space, you are able to look at multiple letters, personal correspondence, legal correspondence, all the way from Robben Island to the inscriptions that were made right here at the cell at Constitution Hill. This space is very sacred to us, and it is part of the offering of this amazing World Heritage Site, and we look forward to inviting people through to experience it themselves.